Hey, what's up, Leo? Welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing your July 2025 Tarot and Oracle reading, starting with Oracle, just to get an idea of where the energy is going. If you'd like for me to pray for you, if you'd like other Leos and cross-watchers to pray for you, simply say hi in the comment section or leave an emoji if you're kind of shy like me. I've never known a Leo that was shy, so prove me wrong. But I'd love to pray for you. Other people would love to pray for you. This is all love and light here. It's all good energy. Lord knows we need it. Here we go. Find comfort and balance in simple ways. You have support all around you, Leo. Nice. I like that. Let's get a mudra card. Now, each one of these messages comes with a physical hand gesture to empower the message. And I like that. It gives you something that you can do on your end to empower the message while you're listening to the your tarot reading, or even tonight when you fall asleep. So this is order. Dare to experiment. The affirmation is, my life is characterized by its inner structure. This whole mudra, which goes like this, by the way, is you put your thumb, your pointer finger, and your pinky together. Okay, it's pretty cool, actually. It feels good. I like that feeling. This is dedicated to the goddess of all the worlds, Aditi Mudra. This mudra has a settling feeling, ordering effect on all levels, so it always correlates to the body as well. A large part of life consists of reviewing and readjusting our thoughts, feelings, and attitudes, Leo, according to our circumstances and to our resources at any given time. This can be enjoyable, for if the result of a reshuffle, no pun intended, doesn't satisfy us, well, we can always try something new. Nice. I like that. Let's see where your tarot reading's going. All right, so July 2025 for my Leos. What do they need to know? July 2025. And I will thank you in advance for hitting the like button on your way in. Thanks. What do my Leos need to know? Flipping but not flying. We've got the Four of Swords. This does feel uncharacteristically quiet. You know, like the energy feels kind of quiet. Let's see where it's going. Not in a bad way, more of a contemplative way. There, as I say that, the Hermit card flies out. What are you guys working on in here and in here? This looks good. This looks good. But I can't tell you crap yet. I cannot tell you jack yet. I need to actually open up a couple of these cards for you. Three of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Hermit, and the Queen of Cups, and Judgment. All right, thank you. Floating on out. So the Judgment card came out with the big karmic card of justice. Something's going on here, you guys. I think you probably know before I do. But we're going to get to that in a second. I need to unpack all of these. It feels like you are, if you've been trying to heal from something or recover your finances or recover from anything that's worn you out, if you're in that place at all, this is a really good reading for you. This is because you're making progress in July. So first of all, we've got these energies of the King of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands. These are people. So you might be one of these characters. Roles can be reversed. There's our Four of Swords. It did want to fly out. So this is the one that had flipped earlier. That you've got a lot of quiet, contemplative, healing energy, recovery energy in this reading. We've got the King of Pentacles. This could be a boss. This could be somebody who invests in things, but does not want to make bad investments. So they are careful and they're practical, very logical. They have the ability to remove emotions from a situation. And that's because they feel usually that emotions can cloud up a situation. So this could be in business, or it could be just a very earthy person, you know. We have the Knight of Wands, who is a very different energy. I've got an idea. Let's do this. I can do this. Hey, look at me. The Knight of Wands is more of a vibrant, enthusiastic, sometimes literally immature, or like a younger person energy that is approaching this King of Wands. Excuse me, King of Pentacles. So the description is all the same. I just called him by King of Wands. So that's an interesting dynamic. So this could be somebody, it feels like somebody coming towards the King of Pentacles with an idea or like a project. This can be somebody who, very different energies. I mean, this Knight of Wands rules over fiery signs, so that could be you. Let's give you the scenario. If this is you that has come towards the King of Pentacles, this grounded energy, with an offer or an idea or a project, It's being met with really practical, like very logical, unemotional energy. This person operates, or this entity operates, with anything but impulse. So it's all going to work out on paper, basically. Now, roles can be reversed, so forgive me if it's flipped and you're actually the King of Pentacles. But that's the energy so far. I will keep on going with the reading. I want to say that if you're feeling if you're feeling quiet towards this energy, or if you are getting the silent treatment, like you haven't heard back from them, that's why. So this is in a contemplative stage right now, these two energies. It's quiet. And that's to kind of take in all the information. This is sanctuary, right? This is processing. Then we got like a group here. We got 3 of Cups. Sometimes this is third party energy in a love reading. I don't have a lot of love cards out here. This doesn't look like a traditional love reading. If you're in a lovey-dovey situation, this reading is coming at it from a really interesting angle. But these can be friends, it can be celebrations and stuff, but there's an exhausted kind of a sense of wrapping it up with some friends, maybe a group of people here. There's something you're wrapping up. What are you wrapping up, Leo? Are these people just not for you? What is it? Maybe you're actually celebrating with these people because you're wrapping up on something else. Let's see. 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is a partnership. Ace of Cups. Now we get all the lovey. I love it like when tarot makes a fool of me, right? As soon as I say, you're not getting any love cards, you get all these love cards. Wait, it doesn't have a Lover's card flew out. This is a disharmony. I feel like you're finding solace and comfort in friends. I feel like you've got a contradiction coming through your reading, because there's this disharmony in the Lover's card upside down, ruled by Gemini energy, but yet there's making plans. Leo, I have a question for you. I know that roles can be reversed, but are you the one who wants to recover with this other person? Are you waiting for them to get back to you? Are you this Knight of Wands being like, hey, passionately trying to get a hold of this person and get their attention, and they are kind of subdued or quiet? Because I know that roles can be reversed, but we have this wanting to make fresh plans, recognizing that there's a misalignment in a union here, a disharmony in a relationship. But then we have this love offer. Who's making the love offer? Is it you or them? This partnership. This is like somebody feels like this is their soulmate. Now, if this was a business reading, I'd say this is like a John Lennon, Paul McCartney type of relationship. This is like serious chemistry here. And I don't want to rule that out either. Not all of you guys are in romantic situations. And this is coming at it from a different angle, like I promised, okay? So we do have reciprocity. We have a beautiful rebalancing happening here at a time, Leo, when I think you're feeling really tired out and you're not giving up on something. The 9 of Wands, in definition, is tenacity. It's not giving up. He's banged up, he's bruised, but he is standing guard just like he was meant to. He promised he would stand guard over these wands. These represent actions and intentions, and you're not going anywhere. But are you tired AF? Absolutely. So it seems that somebody wants to prove, one, that they are there. There's a sense of they want to show this integrity that they have. And I'm getting it so strong from a lot of you Leos. It's like proof is in the pudding, right? It's actions speak louder than words. We have all these sayings for this kind of energy. And it's going to be victorious. I love that. Like I said, if you're recovering or trying to heal from something, Leo, in July, this looks really good for you. Because then we're moving to the big whammo, right? Here, the Judgment card and the Justice card. For any of you tarot readers, I know you're skipping ahead, but we have the healing card of the 6 of Swords. This is a recovery being made, despite how quiet things have been on maybe the communication front. There's been a lot of processing here. The Hermit card, somebody's been in their field. Somebody's been closed up. Somebody's keeping their energy in. And I don't think that you have, I think this is, it's almost kind of got this like dark night of the soul feeling a little bit. Like there's been a path of healing that one has had to walk. And the Lantern, traditionally, the Hermit is in a dark wood, dark forest, right? And the lantern is the only way he can see the path forward. But he can only see a few steps ahead of him, right? But thank God for that lantern. That lantern represents the inner voice, that wisdom. And sometimes we just don't see the big picture. All we can do is take one step in front of the other. All we can do is do what feels right and within our integrity in the moment. And I feel very strongly in your reading that the other party or parties involved are trying to do the same. So there's recovery here. Now we have more energies coming forward. So now this is somebody who wants to really have a conversation. Somebody is moving towards the Queen of Cups energy here, represents somebody in their feels, somebody who's sensitive and nurturing and wants love, loves love, loves love. But this Knight of Swords has got something to get off their chest. Let's ask about that. What the hell do they want to say? Let's start a new deck of cards. These have all been pre-shuffled with you in mind before the video started. Oh, they want to say, but I adore you, Leo. Oh, but we have something special, Leo. Two of Cups. Not everybody has this chemistry. I mean, just take a look at this. Have you ever felt this before, Leo? Have you ever had this great of a time with somebody? Have you ever had these feelings with somebody else, Leo? But I see such potential. And I know this is ruffling somebody's feathers. And so keep in mind, you have free will. And this is just a walk through self-introspection. And if you are saying, there's no way I want to get back together with that person, and roles are reversed, you listen to you, right? You and your intuition, that overrides any online tarot reading as well as myself, okay? But I'm just saying that this person, whoever this is, whether it's you or somebody else, wants to, when this person is kind of at their most sensitive and they're kind of coming around and maybe they're kind of at their most, they feel like they can handle the emotion of a conversation like this. I'll say it that way. That's when this person is coming forward with the abundant card of the Empress. The Empress is the only pregnant card in the deck, not because it means pregnancy literally every time. It can sometimes. But it means first of all, represents total attractiveness. She's like the Marilyn Monroe of the tarot deck. But also it represents abundance and something that can start so small can grow so big. I mean, this is huge soulmate love energy. Again, if this is not a romantic reading, this is like an incredible business partner or an incredible friendship. Like you can build castles on this sand. You know what I mean? And then we come to this. Justice has been served. Justice card comes out. It's always a great sign if you're going through anything legal, whether it's documents and contracts, lawyers involved, and it looks good for you, right? But this is huge, like with the judgment, because the judgment call, right? We hear call of this angel, the judgment call. This is rise of the phoenix from the ashes. This is being reborn from the ashes, completely new, but it had to burn up first. This is like an evolution. This is reaching a new stage, and it's a balance. It's specifically around fairness and balance. So for you Leos out there who might be the ones, approaching this Queen of Cups and being like, we have so much, believe in this. I'm like, what'd you do, Leo? No, but like follow your intuition. There's a lot of processing. There's a lot of big work happening on both sides here. Let's readdress your oracle. Find comfort and balance in simple ways. You'll have support all around you. Order, dare to experiment. It goes on to say, picture yourself as a gardener. Your vegetable patch contains all your useful obligations. The herb garden represents everything which gives your life that little extra. The medicinal plants are there to help in times of need. Oh, we're going down into the metaphors. I am going to metaphor the crap out of this. While the flower beds, bear with me, while the flower beds are simply there for their own sake. Take good care of your garden. Don't let things get unmanageable, for yours is the guiding hand that makes the garden what it is. I told you at the very beginning, Leo, that this is all about recovery. It's all about healing. This gives you the metaphor of a beautiful garden where there's a vegetable patch with useful obligations, right? There's the flower garden, looks real nice on the outside. Boy, it sparkles, right? But then there's the herb garden. And inside the herb garden, that's where all the medicine lies. Sometimes the most utilitarian things of a relationship, they become obligatory, right? And they can almost hurt the relationship if you focus too much on those things. And sometimes, of course, the flower patch. Leos, you are a flower patch. You get that. I don't have to go into metaphor land with that. But, and it's important, the flower patch is beautiful. We need beauty. But it's often overlooked, the tiny little herbs, the tiny medicinal herbs that can save your life or can save a relationship here. You guys have been forced to look at the micro within a relationship, not the macro. You could say the flowers are the macro. You could say that the vegetable patch, the utilitarian obligations of the relationship are the macro. The micro are the tiny little herbs, the things like the nuances of stopping when another person has to say something and listening, right? Taking it in instead of interrupting, even though every part of you wants to interrupt and be like defensive or show them something. That's just one example. You know, those little moments of being interrupted all the time. Those can eat at a relationship. That's where you sprinkle a little herb on there. A little herb, I know, make a lot of jokes about weed. But that's where you can do these fine tunes. You can do these, that's what being in a relationship and a partnership, even if it's not romantic, is all about. Fine tuning those little things. I'm so sorry, I didn't realize that I interrupted you so much. It was only because I was really enthusiastic. What do you have to say? I want to listen. And so just to work off of that example, I'm going to leave it there. I love you guys. Consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed this, if you found it helpful, and I will see you very soon. Happy July. Mwah. Bye-bye.